moment is an alchemy of our energetic vibrational signature with that of the universe and those around us. We flow through moments often unseen, invisible to those passing by who are wandering the trails of their minds, unaware of our presence in the now. But while we may be invisible to the eye, to the mind, we are never invisible to the spirit. Our energetic vibration radiates from our body, permeating the space around us. We feel another just as we feel the wind upon our face. So what are we radiating? What are people feeling when they're around us? Without intention, most likely we radiate the narratives in our head, the programming of society. With intention, those around us will feel our beauty, our power, our love, and our light.
Rain is falling fast down on the field. It seems to take a blackened turn.
I'm Jack McGrain. I play lead guitar and do vocals in the band. And maybe further than that, in a role of improvisation would be to try to add supplemental improvisation and take lead lines, stretch those into melodies that we can use to jam on. I love crash diets, unbalanced lifestyles, and general shredding. And I love bands like the Grateful Dead. I love Ernest Ranglin and California Honey Drops. And I like to have fun with these guys. Play music.
My name's Harrison Games. I provide rhythm for the band. Been playing with them for about 2 years now, right? Something like that. And beyond that, I like to go fast. And I like to groove.
You can tell by his glasses.
You can tell by the glasses.
Clearly, he's fast.
Hi, I'm Mike Ewers. I play bass, which is to say I translate between big guitars and the drums. And I like strange, complicated music and easy, uncomplicated living. Meat goes in, sausage comes out.
We say that before every practice.
Yeah,
It's our mantra.
Yeah, that's what we say in our group hug.
Meat goes in, sausage comes out.
And the sausage comes out.
And the sausage comes out.
I'm Chris Stein. I play rhythm guitar, and I come from kind of the psych, rockabilly sort of background, guitar-wise and inspiration-wise. I too like to go fast sometimes. It's good to slow down once in a while. But yeah, just kind of fitting in where I'm needing to fit in, holding down rhythm, and kind of eating that improv a little bit.
Yeah, we try to listen to each other as much as possible. But I feel like we all have individual roles in the jam because we can really stretch out. We don't have too many rules as far as what songs we don't jam on. We're starting to create those because it's going to be, I think it makes it a little bit easier to know that, hey, sometimes we can just play a 4 or 5 minute song. At the same time, it becomes really fun when that song that we never jam on becomes one we jam on.
So my question to you is then, how much are you showing up on a regular basis?
as much as possible. It's to really get into that place where you lose yourself as a band is to essentially to meet everybody else in the room in the middle and elevate it to a thing that's greater than the sum of its parts.
Well, for me, I'm physically present, on stage. And this is like the way with I feel with drums. I didn't create any of these rhythms. I learned them for sure, but so I'm a medium through which the rhythms are going to come through, and depending on how I'm responding to what they're playing, different things are going to flow through me. But sure, I'm playing it, but I'm merely kind of a medium for the groove to kind of appear and make things happen. So maybe 50-50, 60-40?
Yeah, there does seem to
Oh.
be a thing that in my ideal scenario, playing a show that happens sometimes is that you can totally relax when you know that you've got the crowd where you want them to be. They're enjoying it, they're dancing, you're enjoying it, and you're not thinking about anything. And it's really easy. That's my favorite place to be.
That's when 20 minutes fly by.
That's when 20 minutes feels like 2 minutes.
What do
Yeah.
we just play? Like,
And I feel like that is definitely my goal of trying to reach, like, it's a flow state. I think people talk about that a
Sure.
lot.
yeah, it's,
Call it that, a flow state. And I'm like, okay, well, how can we get there more often and quicker? And there's things that I can do personally, taking care of myself personally. And then there's also some things that are out of control of anybody in the room, So there's like a balance of that. But that's also what makes it really cool.
So speaking of the band, what do you guys got coming up?
We got Mojo Fest, Mojo Family Fest coming up. Tickets are still available. They're $65. We're really stoked for our festival. It's taken up a shitload of time, and it's like, arguably maybe it's like we would be doing this instead of a tour, and we'll have to see how it goes next year. But we want to keep it going every year, and it's gonna be awesome. Like, we got awesome bands.
Do that again.
yeah.
June 24th to the 26th. It's a 3-day festival of camping, music, and arts. And we've got folks from all over, Shady Pines, The Haven,
No Simple Road
Coast
podcast.
of the Road. A lot of good partnerships. a lot of
Karen
good
is a performer. Karen's our
True.
MC.
Oh, yeah.
She'll be introducing bands, general vibe setting. We got Sponge, Family Mystic. We got Lost Dogs, Super Secret Band, JC Proof, and like right there, those guys. I would go to any festival. And not just because I know them too, but really, there's not a bad. Mike said it before. There's not a
There's
bad
not a bad
band on the
band.
lineup. Not even really close. So we're grateful that we can be a part of this too, and we're just setting it up,
Making it happen.
making it happen. So you can buy tickets at bodhimojo.com, and they're available, but they will sell out, and there is a cap.
So go get your tickets.
So get your
Get
tickets.
Fast,
your
get on that
tickets.
shit
Get
fast.
your tickets. Get your tickets.
In recognizing that we are this energy force, that energy that we spread in the world, the vibe that we are, comes from our heart, and it comes from our being able to control the narratives in our head and tell stories of beauty and power and light and love. It starts with how we think about people, the stories that we tell about people, the judgments that we make. It starts by truly trying to see every human as yourself. Just another human doing this thing called life. One day at a time. Waking up, eat, sleep, poop, and try to have a little fun today. We're all doing that. Nothing separates us. And there is nothing there is no one that is better. Every single one of us is valuable. Every single one of us is essential. This is the final episode of this series, and I'd like to just do a little recap. The message I'm always wanting to share with whoever wants to listen is this: you are a beautiful masterpiece of creation, made by love, with love, for love. Now, because I am a believer in that we teach the spirit and not the specific, I'm going to say I believe that we are that. I believe that we are beautiful masterpieces, every single one of us. You need to choose to decide what you believe, and let that guide you. what you believe, what you value, which comes from your truth. So that's the first and foremost thing. We stand in the truth of who we are. We recognize that we are these beautiful masterpieces, and all we need to do is be that. So be that. Be that and discover your truth, uncover your truth, keep on working on that, speak it. Get it to the point where that is, you walk in your truth as much as possible every day. And when you can do that, man, I know that you will have joy that you just never thought was possible. I think that is the foundation of our joy, is being able to be our authentic, true self. And while we're doing that, you let love lead the way. Make love the default setting of your life. When you react with love to all of the storms and the curveballs and the challenges of life, with love for yourself, for your fellow humans and creatures, and this beautiful earth we call home, I think that's the journey that we're all on. I think that's where we want to be. I call it the meadow, because I believe that this path is about shining bright. This path is about being a firefly, which is light on wings of love. And so for me, the metaphor is always, when I'm in the meadow for me is this place where I'm doing that. I am me, authentically true. And I'm doing that with love as my guide, as my default setting. And when I do that, it's this feeling like you're in the meadow, dancing around with light, lighting up the darkness. And that is so joyful. It's so joyful. So you stand in your truth, you let love lead the way, and you be the storyteller. Right? Everything is a story. Like, think about the narratives that we have in our head. Think about the stories that we tell in our mind every single day, every moment. If you are not the storyteller, if you are not the one in control of those narratives, somebody else is. And I think this is the challenge that we are in as people, as humans, in this current situation, this current state of our society, that we need to recognize that. We need to recognize that somebody else is the storyteller of this journey of life. And if you don't like the way that story is going, we need to do something about that. You need to do something about that. So change the narrative. Be the storyteller. Be the storyteller of your life. This is your beautiful life. Yeah. Be the storyteller of it. 100% every day. Every day, do that. Show up. That's the next step. Show up. Show up not just physically. Show up physically, spiritually, mentally. And that requires an intention. That requires us to think about how we show up, who we show up as. Being the storyteller, the whole thing. Show up to every moment, to every day. If you show up to every moment of a day intentionally, like 100% show up to each moment, oh my gosh, at the end of the day, it's like you lived a lifetime. Because truly we spend a lot of our moments, a lot of our hours. I think a lot of people do this at work. You spend 8 hours at work, 9, 10, whatever it might be, and you've truly showed up as your full, authentic, beautiful, badass, bright self about 40% of it, right? Showing up, all of you, all the time. And then we dance. And dancing is not just about dancing. Well, I'm all about dancing. I'm all about movement is medicine. You move it through, you move it out. It's just this beautiful, beautiful gift. I think it is our primal sense of humans, is to dance in movement together. But dancing is also about dancing with the moment, finding joy and something in every challenging moment, in every glorious moment, in everything. To dance with it, to flow with it, to be yourself and to have a little fun with it. Get a little skip in your step or a spin or a stomp or whatever it is. Just dance. dance with life, because this is a dance. This is a beautiful journey, a beautiful dance. And we sure have a beautiful dance floor to do that on here. Stand in your truth. Show up. Let love lead the way. Be the storyteller. Dance. Nourish your body, your mind, your spirit. Find sanctuary that helps you remember and see yourself as this beautiful masterpiece of creation. That's what sanctuary is about. It's finding that space for you to get in touch and connect with who you are, who you were created as. This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful creation. And finally, experience nature as much as possible, because it is a powerful teacher, a powerful healer, powerful medicine for our body, our mind, and our spirit. I hope to see you in the meadow, shining bright. That's what I like the idea of sort of like firefly activation. Like, I want people to come out from the darkness and start to join me in the meadow with their lights lighting up. And then we just light this world up. Yeah. Let's do that, okay? Let's do that.